Let's go.
You should go into.
Where's Rainin? Rainin, did you appreciate all the effort that I put into these reading assignments?
Oh yeah, really nice.
Did you see that?
It got me scared until I realized it was like,
I'll feel like, yeah, there's a really good thing. That's super nice. I can just see it right there.
Good. I'm glad it's helpful. Did you read? That's the question.
I skimmed.
And you skimmed.
I looked at it. All that for a lot of stuff for this week. There was some stuff I didn't
Fair.
and learn about.
Fair. I think that checks out. Yeah, I think that checks out.
Exactly.
I think that's right. Chapter 2. Yeah. I think we're getting up. Once you get past 2, we go into objects, loops. That's where it gets fun. The automating what, sorry?
Automating web query.
Oh, Carson. Automating. Oh, the web query.
That was.
Yeah, we're gonna do that today in class.
Yeah, I didn't go through. I just read the wrong walkthrough. I didn't actually follow it through. But it was very interesting. That's cool. I didn't know that you could make a macro or record a macro that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I very much appreciated all
Great.
the. Now they just need the click one time. But it's okay. I'll survive without.
How do I do that?
I don't know how you
I've
do
never
it, but I
done
know
that.
some professors you can that literally just there's a button you can enable that like mark when done.
I don't know.
Mark is done button. Yeah, that like requires no input other than just clicking the button. It's not a quiz.
And it's not graded. It's just
Yeah, it's so that I'm like cross off.
right. So you feel the
Yeah.
the dopamine from
No, it's so that I constantly thinking I have something to do. But no, I don't actually care about that. It's just really
display as complete incomplete. Is there submission?
you can do.
I don't know. Is it not an assignment? Is it like complete incomplete? Oh, that might be it. But I thought I was the one that says whether it's complete or not you, right? Not the student, but the teacher? Because that was from a grading perspective.
Hey, let's do. No.
I'll just ask AI.
No, I could. I just don't. No, I don't want to screw up someone's class. Oh. No. I didn't know that class.
Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and get started? It is time. Let us begin. Welcome. Monday afternoon, 2 o'clock. What time is it? It's VBA time. Let's go. Here's where we're at. We're doing chapter 2, recording and editing macros for complex tasks. This is, after today, we were just commenting how if you've taken BA 215, you probably get up to about half of the way through today. And then everything else here, the rest of the semester, we get into some pretty cool stuff. Objects, loops, flow control, right? Built-in functions, debugging, arrays. Arrays is crazy cool. User forms, you did a little bit of that 215. And then connecting to and importing and exporting from a database. So a lot of good stuff coming up. Please, question.
I actually have a question about one that asked Simon on 2 weeks ago.
This guy. What was your question?
The correct answer. Because I got
I believe is it B?
That's what I put, and it said wrong.
Oh, really?
No, it should be.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure it's B. I'm pretty sure it's B. Hey, Sam.
I'm missing one.
Oh, really? That might have been my fault. I might have put the wrong one in here. Will you send me a message? Yeah. Let me regrade this question 3. Oh, okay. I apologize. Let me follow up on that message. Great. Good question. Yeah, any other questions?
Can you hear me, Brother Chapman?
The Moloch article. That was a great article. Okay. I haven't. Anybody would like to say the opening prayer? I haven't asked anybody yet. Rain in. When it rains, it rainins.
I don't remember.
Amen. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay, great. Okay, let's dive in here. So recording and editing macros. Here we go. We're gonna do some more legacy webs today. Carson, are you ready? Fair enough. I think that's fair. Um, there was a couple things we talked about last time. An objects in Excel and in VBA. People call this an object-focused or an object-oriented language. What are the two characteristics of objects in VBA? Two characteristics, just two. Sam's adjusting his hat. He knows. Ryan, help him out. Ryan, come on. Your face was right there. Elijah. Methods and properties. Way to go. Way to go, Elijah. Way to drop the mic. Yeah, so there's two characteristics of objects, methods and properties. Methods are what you can do with an object, right? An object can be arranged like cell A2, it can be multiple cells, it can be a sheet, it can be a file. And a method is something you can do with the object. Property is like a description of the object. How would you describe the object, right? What's the value of the object? What's the formula in the cell? What's the background color? What's up? So those are properties. Today, we are going to record some macros, put some macros together, edit the macros. We're just going to dive into some more VBA code. Sound good? Here we go. So let's open Excel. We can just open a blank Excel. We'll start with the blank one. And let's call this, we're going to do a couple of web queries. The, funny story. I think I mentioned this the other day. I'll just mention it real quickly again. There's a story of a student that was interning at Amazon, and he was in the digital camera division of Amazon, right? They sell digital cameras online. And this is years ago. Still relevant. And they hired him as an intern. And well, before he was hired, this group went to Amazon's IT function and said, "Hey, we need to collect all the pricing for all of our competitors selling cameras online." And Amazon's IT responded and said, "That sounds good. It'll take us a year and it'll cost you about $100,000." So instead of that, they decided to hire an intern. That's it. That's exactly right. So he shows up on, I don't know what day it was, Wednesday, the first day of the internship. And he's doing this for a couple of days. And by Friday, it's like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And he might have, so he decides to automate it using VBA. Spends the whole weekend, comes back in on Monday morning, shows his boss, and they're like, "You want a job?" He says, you did your whole internship in a weekend." And they were smart and then had him do some other automations for the rest of his internship. At the end, he was offered a job because he was able to automate this. He was able to do, in effect, $100,000 project that they were said could take a year. He did it in 1 weekend. Pretty amazing, right? Pretty crazy. That's pretty powerful. So let's do this. We're going to do something like that, probably not to his scale, but we'll do something like that here today, where we're going to use legacy web query as we pull some data from the internet and start to collect some data. Okay. Let's do this. First of all, let's rename the sheet to web query. We'll use one sheet as web query, and here's what we're going to do to set this up. Let's go pull up the web query. So I'll go up to the search bar up here. I'm going to type in web, and it comes up from web legacy. Now, for Mac users, my friends, if you've installed that add-in, then you should see something on the data tab. If you go to the data tab, do you see anything like a web legacy button? Carson is saying yes. That's it. When you click on that button, what happens to your computer? Anything significant? Okay, nice. This might work really well. Good job. Great. Okay, back on the PC world, we get these script errors, right? The old Internet Explorer, way back when, did not do JavaScript. Then there was a company called Netscape. Anybody remember Netscape? Really? You guys missed out. You guys missed out on the Netscape. It's the precursor to Firefox, like precursor to Firefox. And they decided, hey, instead of just pulling information from the server, we can use JavaScript to run stuff locally. So what happens is we'll pull stuff from somebody's web server and the JavaScript will actually run locally on our machine. And it was this huge breakthrough, late 90s, mid 90s, big breakthrough. But that was after Internet Explorer. So I'm just going to click on no a couple of times to get these script errors out of the way, which is fine. And I want to go to, let's see, I need to go back to this page. If you click on today's class, recording and editing macros, there's a URL that we're going to use right here. Link for web query wizard right here. It's a random.org, literally that's the URL. Some random site, random.org. Okay, we're going to copy this URL. I'm going to paste it into the header of this web query. Boom, there it is. And I'll click on go. And you should see something like this. I can make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, allow all cookies is fine. Here is random.org. And so this site is generating some random strings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to import that. So I don't have to click on anything else. I'll just go to this site on the web query, click on import. And I'm going to put this in A2. I've got something else for A1. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in A2, cell A2, on my web query sheet. Click OK. And what is it going to do? It's going to go pull that data and stick it. Ryan? Not again, Ryan. Not again.
It's beating me. Literally. Do you want me to just try it all over?
What
I'm breaking on purpose.
What did you do? Are you still connected to the internet? It says it's getting data, but it doesn't usually take this time. Wells?
Yeah.
See how good behavior Wells is today?
Yeah,
Ryan?
I'm just a troublemaker.
You said you were ready. I thought you said you were ready.
I thought I was. I'm
Ryan.
in my head right now.
Yeah, I would just kill it. Do the Control Alt Delete thing.
Control Alt Delete.
Yeah, and then do Task Manager. And then you can just kill Excel. So when Excel comes up on this list,
There you go.
yeah.
Kill it.
End task. And then try to go.
All right.
Does that work? Cheddar?
I'll cheddar. I found a fruit. That's the good, actually. I used to have web.
So what is
I do.
the difference,
That's what I
like
do.
in the legacy from web and then just the modern from web and web?
Good question. That's a really good question. I don't think I mentioned that last class. Elijah? Yeah, good question. The new web spits out so much more VBA than we need. So it still works, but it's a headache on the VBA side. So I don't have the patience I haven't had the patience to try to figure that one out yet. But what's that? No. It's supposed to be updated. There's probably more controls and more fancy connectors and more features and functionality that I haven't had reason to use yet. So I just stick with the old one. The old one, we'll see the VBA code in just a second. It's pretty simplified. It's easy to manipulate. It's easy to adjust and change. So it's a great question. So from a VBA perspective, it suits our purposes better. And I just don't have the patience to look at the new one yet. Maybe you could do that. Oh, that's right. You're busy in my other class. Are we good?
And it sounds like probably, but like the front end lead has to run it by the your manager.
Wow.
Back till tomorrow. But you're supposed to get a whole meeting tomorrow. Well, it sounds promising.
That sounds great. Must have been the hat or something. That's great. That's sick. Okay, we got this. We're ready. We're good. Your Excel died. That's what Ryan did. Ryan had to restart his Excel.
It worked that.
Did you kill it? He killed it and then he restarted it. All right.
Hello,
And then hit B2.
I got this.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, click on import and slap it into A2. Wait, wait, wait for it. Do you... Something like this. Right. I think you can stop pushing. Is there another message box open somewhere? Or is it just frozen?
Not close Microsoft Excel.
You might have to do Control Alt Delete, go to the task manager and kill it.
I can close it from my taskbar because I enabled that special feature.
You're so special, Raina. You're so special.
My mom said
Okay, great. This is great. We good. How we doing over here, friends? We got it? Excellent. Very good. Francis, what do you got, buddy? Alaska Air Group, stock data, EPS summary. Is that the web query? Where did you get that information from? Okay, here's the new sheet. And then did you do the web query or did you do it on that one? Yeah, try it there. Yeah, try that again. That's it. Yep. And then you can just do no's, no, 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 a couple of those. Yep. And then you can paste that URL in. Oh, interesting. Got it. Perfect. Excellent. And then import. So you can just click on the import and then stick it in A2. It'll say, where do you want to go? And put it in A. You can either click on it or type it in. Yep. A2, click OK, and you're good. All right, Wells. Watch out for these two.
All got it. I like how we click this. Like that.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We have this web query. Let's do one more sheet here. So I'll come to sheet 2. I'm going to look at Trump. Wow. You know what? I think I want to take that out. I never did like that. Which one is that? That one? Nice. So in this second sheet, I'll just rename this sheet to be data. And on this sheet, what we're going to do is I'm going to include some ticker symbols here. Let's do a couple of company ticker symbols. Google. I mean, that's pretty common. Microsoft.
GLW. GLW.
Oh, is it really? That's actually pretty cool. Okay, we'll keep it. I don't know, one more. Apple, fine, fine. We'll do Apple. Okay, so we have a couple of stock here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go out to the web and grab a couple of pieces of information for each one of these stocks. Okay, and we're going to try to automate this, right? So we don't have to. Now we're just going to stick to a few because of the time. We don't want to spend too much time on this, so we'll stick to a few. But if you can, bless you, if you can imagine, bless you, 100, 150 tickers. It would take a lot of time, wouldn't it, Rainin? Not for you.
That's the point of one.
Very good, exactly. So with automating it, we can make this much faster. So let's do this. Here's what I want to get. Let's get profit margin and let's get return on assets. So I'll just put these in the top left. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see that a little bit better. So we just have ticker, profit margin, return on assets. And let's go ahead and I think we're ready to kind of create some macros here for this project. Sure.
Is there a way to like use an Excel to search for ticker symbols? I think I've done that.
Yeah. I think it tried to do that just a second ago and I killed it. Convert to stock. Yeah, Excel has gotten very good at doing that already, which is kind of cool. In fact, I was thinking about changing this assignment to go to the United States Transportation Data site and pull, and I forgot to, or I didn't forget, I ran out of time to do it. I pull some data on shipping data for international shipping routes. That would have been cool. Automate some of that. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? And you can look at the port data. Which ports have the largest amount of shipping data coming in and out of ports? That would be kind of cool. Maybe next semester. Maybe extra credit. I mean, if I were to give extra credit, maybe. Have I given you my extra credit spiel in this class?
You said yes, right? Some extra.
The short version of the spiel is this is a 400 level class and you guys want more than extra credit. You're here for the soul expanding, mind blowing knowledge. You're not here for points. You're not here for points. You're here for that heart and soul filling, mind blowing experience that you get. That's funny. That's funny. That's really funny, right? That's great. Okay, let's think about this. If we're going to record a macro and we want to automate this process, where should my select button be? Which cell should I start with before I hit record, right? Yeah, I probably want to do it on one of these tickers. It doesn't matter exactly which one at this point because we're going to automate it. So let's just pick one of these. LMT, anybody know that ticker? Lockheed Martin, baby. Go weapons of mass destruction. Let's go. So let's start here. Now that I'm selecting one of these tickers, I'm going to go ahead and create the macro. Okay. And a couple different ways to do it. I'll go to the developer tab, record macro. And again, if it's been a while, we're going to create a macro name. Let's name this Ryan's macro.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that, Ryan? Because Ryan was ready. And let's do a shortcut key. If I do Shift and M, controls basically already required here. If I hold Shift down and put M, this says, okay, Control Shift M will be this shortcut key for this macro. Where am I going to store this macro? I'm going to store it in this workbook, right? This file. I'm not going to store it in my personal macro workbook because that's going to open every time I open any Excel file. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it in a new workbook, so I'm going to keep it in this workbook. Maybe description, pull profit margin and ROA from web. And then click OK. Okay, now what's happening? It's recording. We are recording. We are live. That's right. Here we go. And I'm going to show you this. You don't have to necessarily do this, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the code as it is. Where's my F11? As it's kind of building up here. Okay. So here is the VBA over here. I'll just go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. Here is Ryan's macro over here. So we're recording, and every change I make over here, it's going to come over here. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to copy this ticker. So I'll do Control C. Notice over on my right, it says selection.copy. I'm going to come to the web query sheet, and I am going to select A1 and paste it in A1. Okay. So I've copied. I've gone over to the web query. I've pasted it in.
Sorry. That was
Are you okay, Jackson?
forcing me to walk in the
While you're recording?
Yeah. I'm having the same problem. I just take it out. It won't let me. Oh, that's what it is.
There we go. Hiram with the clutch. Hiram's in high gear now. Way to go, Hiram Clutch. Okay, so we pasted it in. That's all we've done, right? Copied, pasted it in. Next thing we want to do is we've already created the web query. Oh, JC's here. What's JC's question?
Can you hear me?
Oh, did I forget to start Zoom?
No, you start.
Oh, I did. Okay, I don't see his chat. Oh, does he wants to speak his question and then we're supposed to just listen to it? Is that what we're supposed to do?
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. 20th century.
Wow, this guy. Great. Was that your question? Okay, I think I just turned on the right speaker. I think we can hear you if you want to speak now.
Test, test. Can you hear me? I'm gonna take that as a no.
Wow, this is a long question. Okay, while he's typing his question, I want you to come over here and right click on one of these cells that's part of the web query, right? So you should have all these cells with a bunch of stuff in here. We could scroll down and we could see a bunch of stuff. Just right click on one of these cells and you should have an option that says edit query. See that? I'm just right clicked. Oh, okay. He just had the weird sign in thing. Click on edit query. And what it does is it's going to pull this edit query window back up. Okay. And
Mac users are fall behind that.
uh-oh. So we're just editing the query and it'll pull this query that we've already created. So the reason why we did not include the creation of this query in the macro is that we don't want to have to recreate this query every time, right? What we're automating is we're editing the query every time. We're getting some data and then pulling it back. So I created the query before we started the recording. What we're recording now is just the pulling of the data, the editing of the query, right? So let's do this. Let's go back to the course website, and we're going to look for this code right here, link for VBA code. You know what? Actually, sorry, let's make this easier. I just changed my mind. We already have this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to say import. Okay, I'm not going to make any changes to this edit query. I just need the VBA code that's going to come when we click import again. Does that make sense? So when you edit the web query, it should bring you to this site. We've already got the random. Just click on import.
Is that like our page we hit legacy?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's check. So if you right click on those files, this is to answer JC's question. If you right click on these cells, you should have an option that says edit query.
Edit query.
Yeah, now if you go back to the, if you go, nope, not that. If you go back to the URL and the VBA code, this is all the VBA code that it made for that web query. Okay, so let me check with the Mac people here. Where we got?
Got to right click. Right.
Is there an edit query option?
Think so.
What's under services? Go up to A2. What if you right click on A2? Does it matter where you click, right click?
Oh, wait, here.
Autofill, data range properties, refresh. What if you do refresh? You're good. Does it go back and get it out? Yeah, okay. So it retrieves it from from the web, puts it in there. What are you have 4 of these?
Yeah, I actually downloaded it. But basically it just does this and then we paste in. Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe do that and then click OK.
That's not that one.
Maybe that's all you need is you need to click that button again, click OK, and it will capture the VBA from that. If you just click OK there.
Also pasted there.
Oh, weird. Go to developer. Show me your code. I'm curious. Visual Basic. And then click on modules. Double click. Open that up. And then module 1. Double click that guy. And then. Okay. It's got that. It's got the background refresh. Oh, you saved your file. Oh, you're on SharePoint? You can double click the bar here, this top bar, and that'll expand one above that. Yeah, double click that and expands it out. Selection query, refresh background query false.
Wait, how did you get that? How did you get that? Where?
I don't know, bro. This is I'm finding this out. So it's on Visual Basic.
Yeah, no, but I mean, he had the
Selection for refresh.
the-
Okay, that's where we refreshed it.
Because
I don't know. Can you right click on those one more time?
how did you
Anywhere on
get
those?
that?
Is there anything on there that says edit
The
query?
one on,
What's
on the
autofill?
refresh.
No, no.
Sure.
Is
Oh, you
there
just like copy the link.
Yeah.
Oh.
data range properties? Nope. You guys might just have to watch.
Well, what?
You might just have to watch.
Watch. I don't watch.
Observe. You might just have to observe.
I want to make sure.
I did all at this. How would I check from pulling out that thing? I go to Visual Basic. Fine.
Oh yeah, good question.
Yeah.
Do on this one, do view
View.
and do Project Explorer,
Projects.
and then click on modules. Double click modules. Double click module 1, and there's your VBA. So you can hit that to expand it out. But that's it. You're good.
So it's good so far. I
That's
just wanna
great.
make sure. Okay.
Yeah, you got some extra stuff. You don't need. We can talk about some extra stuff there, but this is what we're looking for. So we're good.
I just want to make
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay, great. Let's keep going. Ready? So what we've done here is let's go ahead and stop recording at this point. So I'll go ahead and stop recording. Here's my stop up here. I can click stop here. I can click stop down here, a couple different ways. Now that I've stopped recording, let's look at what we have here. So here is the code that we recorded, right? This is Ryan's macro. Thank you, Ryan. Good work. And let's just see what I've got. So the first thing I have is I copied, right? I was over on the data tab and I copied this right here. I took that and I went to the sheet. I went to A1 and I pasted it. And then I scrolled down, small scroll down 0. I'm just going to take that out. Watch this. Selecting code. I'm deleting it from the macro. All right. Do you have anything other than these first 4 codes right here? You can just delete those lines. Just delete them.
I have a question, just in general, like if we were to say like didn't delete it, we just kind of had like some extra stuff in there.
Yeah.
like, It wouldn't be a problem as long as we got like that result, right?
Right.
Okay.
That's exactly right. So some of this code that we get from Excel that's writing its own code is written by is a lot. It's like we don't even use it, so we can take some out. I didn't need the scroll. I scrolled when I was recording, so I just took that one out. Next, I went to range A5. This is on the web query tab. I selected that and I right-clicked it and I said edit query, and then I imported it. Okay, this is what I want to focus on for a second. This is inside of what's called the with construction. So what this code says is it's saying I have this object. It's a query table. Here is the object, and I want you to perform all of these things associated with this one object. So what the with construction does is it says, given this object, do all of these dots, right? There's a dot, 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 dot. These are all separate properties or methods associated with this object. And we just don't have to write this for every single line, right? If we wanted to, we could come in here and we could put this at the beginning of every single line like this. But instead of that, we just use the with construction. We say with this object, which is that query table, do all of these things, and then there's an end with statement. It's an open with and an end with, and all of these lines are directly related to this object. Okay? So far, so good. Notice, in fact, let me make this a little bit bigger here. Notice this right here. This is a URL. This is the URL that we had inside of the web query wizard. We're going to change this URL. Okay? So we're going to go back to the course website. I'm going to go grab this finance.yahoo. I could type it in. I think I'll just paste it in here, right? And I'm going to replace this URL here with the finance URL. Notice I still have the semicolon here after the URL, right? And then I have the actual URL here. Yeah, what's AAPL? It's Apple, right? So right now we're hard coding this macro to give you one ticker, right? We're going to change that in just a second. But the other thing I want to do with this line is notice this space and underscore here. This is like a way that we will continue the line. This is like continuing the line. I'm just going to take this out. I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to pull this URL string up here to that same line. All right, we are telling the connection for this web query, it's a URL, and this is the URL. Right? So far, so good. The last step here, then I'll come check this out. Last step is this command type is equals 0. This I'm going to delete. It turns out in 2013, when Microsoft updated Excel, they added this line into this and it breaks it. Who knows why they did that? I don't.
What?
This web, when you run this in VBA.
Dates only go back to what? Like 1980s?
18, it's like 1899.
I don't know why they don't.
Go back farther?
Yeah.
Are you a history buff?
No, that makes sense. one person or takes that date. So, and, you know,
Right. There's lots of examples of breaking Excel. So I'm going to take this line out. I'm literally going to delete it. Boom, it's gone. Okay. Just going to take that out. Everything else we're going to leave here. Web selection type, web formatting, web pre-formatted text to columns. All of these options are part of the properties and methods of this web query object. Notice the last line inside this with construction. This is where it actually refreshes and it actually goes and gets the data. Does that make sense? All of this is setting all this up. And then this line right here says, okay, fine, I'll go refresh it. I'll go grab some more data. And that is it. Okay. The last line here is I probably should have moved my cursor to the next line. Does that make sense? But this is good for now. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is let's make a couple more changes so that we're not just looking at Apple. We can do whichever ticker we want. So I'm going to take the AAPL out. I just erased the AAPL, right, from inside the quotes. Gone. I'm leaving the forward slash, and I'm going to concatenate it just like we do in Excel. I'm going to use the ampersand, and I'm going to type in range, open parentheses, double quote, A1, close, close, and I'm going to say the value of that cell. Notice that Excel recognizes the value is a description. What is the value of range A1? That's what I'm going to use to append to this URL. How about that? That's pretty cool. So it's going to do this automatically, right? It's going to pull whatever that A1 is, it's going to pull it into this URL. What's that? Yes, space before and after. Yep. Yep, you want to do space before and after. And so every time we run this, it's going to pull range A1. So what's my range A1 at this point? LMT, that's mine. Yep, I've got LMT for my range. Should we try it?
Yes.
Good answer. How do I run this? Couple different ways. I want to go back to my data tab first because I want to make sure that I start on my data tab because that's where the macro started, right? So I'm going to start with my macro tab and let's just pick a different one. Let's pick Microsoft and we'll copy and paste that ticker over. I've selected Microsoft on my data tab. I'm going to go back to my macros. I can click this play. If my cursor is in this sub, I can click this green play button up here. There's a couple different ways. I could also push F5. F5 would also run the sub. So I'll click on F5 and what's going to happen? What's happening? On the bottom here, it's saying retrieving data. So it's actually going out and it's refreshing this URL, right? So it's going out to this website, to the Yahoo page, pulling in, it should pull in Microsoft, right? Notice how there's an MSFT up here in this corner. That suggests that the copy and paste went correctly and that it's going to retrieve the data and it's going to paste it back into the web query page.
Double tapping and push also and then for one.
Oh,
And now it's just like
now it's going to run twice. It takes a minute to go get it because of all of the scripting that goes on the website. It's kind of got to work through all that scripting. Anybody done already?
mine's not responding. As again,
Is it copying? Now it's saying on me, it's saying copying web on the bottom.
I know it's not working.
We're gonna have to change the name of this macro, Ryan, if you're not.
I know. I thought I was ready today. It's all my
Let me come check. JC's also getting an error. You got an error.
restart the program, I think.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I just wasn't able to.
I think it
follow
jumped.
along after I had
Should I just close or restart the program?
Either one. Wells? What does that error say? And you've got Google, and you've got this, and you've got the connection, you've got that running, and you're on here. Let's see, click debug.
It's touchscreen.
Oh.
This is because you. Let's see.
With selection query table,
Control Shift.
end with refresh background. Connection
That
with.
just. Okay.
What's at the end of your connection line?
Not responding.
And range A1 dot value. Interesting. What if you take this out and just go back to here and put in AAPL before you do that? Yeah, put it right there. And then click on play and see if it keeps going.
I would like computer's gonna start threading.
Debug one more time. Same program. Web selection. Why would selection dot query table dot connection? I think that's all right, right? Finance. Yeah. What do you put in the what if you put in the other URL? That doesn't make sense. Francis, did you get it? Restarting again.
So then, yeah, now at the width section.
Okay, yeah. So right click over here. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay, right click. And then do edit query. And then just do import.
Again. Well, do I put in the new?
No, you don't even have to change that. Click on import, and then that will give you some more VBA, and there's all of it. And then, yeah, you might want to compare with his and make sure you go to the right. So your connection, and you're taking out you're taking out the dot command line equals 0. So you can take that one out. Well, you can stop recording too right now.
Does it matter?
No, that's fine.
I am in an endless lock of.
Locked up?
It says, let's say, contact the server for information.
Okay, so it's still trying to get out.
And it's been like this for.
Okay, all right, a little while. Okay, we'll give it a second.
I think we fixed it.
Did you get it?
It's.
Okay. How we do?
Have a eternal round.
Okay, copying web data to sheet. Yeah, it's still copying. It does take a minute. Oh, yeah. Did you get it?
No, I'm getting this error.
Are you getting the same errors as Wells?
Maybe.
No, that's different. I can't read that from here. Totally blind. Unable to run.
I assume I have something.
Okay, yeah. So your range A1 is Kino Quick Pick.
Oh, that's weird. I posted it.
So you might have to insert a line. Yeah, click on end. Right click on A1 and insert a line. Yeah. And now you should be able to, well, you have to go back to the data because you have to start on the data tab to run the macro, right? There you go. And then click on one of those tickers, select any one of them. Yeah, that one. Perfect. And now run the macro. And it should copy that. Okay, what does it say bottom right? Retrieving. That looks good. Perfect. Okay, we've got one person. It's got it. Now, if you scroll down, does it say Microsoft down here and it gives a whole bunch of stock stuff? It's like way down. Yeah, this is all Yahoo web stuff. It should say, yeah, there's the markets. Okay, a little farther down. Microsoft, you got it. You got it. Hold it in. We got one. We got one. Jackson.
I restarted from scratch because,
I enjoy things.
yes, that was the description.
That's probably adequate for Ryan.
Um, when I was trying to start the macro, it was like you can't put on it.
Oh.
And then you guys got way ahead of me, and then I
Oh, yeah, yeah. Did you get it?
don't even know what, I got,
You got that part. Did you right click on the query? Yeah, right click on that
no,
one.
I'm done recording. It's not-
Oh, okay, yeah.
So maybe just restart my recording.
Yeah, yeah. Record again. You can redo it. Start on one of the tickers though.
Well, what I did is I just hit down arrow control copy. And
Oh.
then went over.
Nice. That works too. Yeah, that works too.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that a little bit differently later on, but that works too.
Okay, so this is my third time trying to run it and just not responding. I'm pretty certain to.
Copying web data sheet. It's still working on something.
Well, it kept bringing up like not responding, and like so I restarted it and did it again. This is still doing it. Do you want me to just try to redo it all again, or just keep trying to fight it?
It depends. Where is this file saved? Is this, oh, it's on autosave. That
Well, I
might,
saved it to a file.
is it on your SharePoint though? Is it like being saved to, you know how like Google Drive backs up a file, so every change you make, it'll try to save the file.
Maybe.
So if VBA is trying to update the file and you're trying to back up the file at the same time, it VBA doesn't like that. It has a hard time with that.
I mean,
It might just take longer.
Well, I probably can't play right now, but I could go over the coding that we did, and everything looks like pretty.
Then that's probably it.
Yeah.
Pull up Windows Explorer. Where's this file at? Do you know?
I know where the file's saved at. Like I moved it to. Put it in here.
Oh yeah. So this is on the OneDrive. So that might be the issue. You might have to save it outside of OneDrive
Okay, so.
and then run that.
All right, let me try and.
Yeah, you might have to kill it. I bet that's it. Because I think OneDrive messes with the VBA. We close?
Maybe, what is it that we type after that ampersand?
Oh yeah, do a space after that and do range, the word range. And then open parentheses, double quotes. Yep, A1, and we're just referring to a cell. Yes. So JC is saying, should it be 1,300 lines of on the sheet? Yes, that's right. Here's the range A1 dot value. Houston, did you get it? Nice. Isaac, did you get it? Not yet? It takes a minute. It takes a hot minute. Did you get it?
So I did have this, but I can like it's not
It won't refresh. It won't do the edit. Yeah.
it's just not here. I don't know.
Yeah, that's one I'm not sure on the Mac. Because when you right click it, there should be an option to change it, but I don't know how you change it on the Mac.
Well, what I
Without,
did is
maybe,
I just clicked that again. So what I did was did this.
are you still recording right now?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And then okay. And then it did all that.
But it doesn't update the web. It doesn't update the
No.
macro. Yeah, that's what we need. Is we need the code
Yeah.
to be updated there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rough.
No, I'm trying to redo it to see
Still
if there's
thinking?
anything.
So it keeps on, I'll show you.
Oh yes, Scott got the swells. Did you fix it?
It says retrieving data now.
Okay. What would you miss?
I accidentally didn't do that.
This is a different error than was popping up just a second ago,
Oh, okay.
but it keeps on.
Sheets. Let's see now. What's
Heck
your
happened?
1A? Sheet 2 select range A4 select. Sheets 1 select. Oh, I think it's going back to sheet 1 before you paste it. So you're selecting sheet 2. You're going range A4 select on sheet 2, but then you're selecting sheet one, go into range A1 select, and then you're pasting, but I don't think you've copied anything yet.
Oh,
So I think you didn't get the copy inside the recording.
because I manually.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha. Well, you could probably add that, see.
What does it mean if I cannot access the web here?
It's probably busy, or you're inside of a cell, or it's locked. What's it locked for? What's that lock mean? Try it now.
I'm still loading my web query. I just hit import and it's just stuck trying to import.
Oh, weird. That one I'm not sure about. One locked. Yeah, what is that?
I tried to do this before, and then it said can't extract data.
Oh, there it is. Oh, maybe there's something in that column A that you can't see, which seems weird.
And
Possible,
just import, right?
right? And then put it in A2 or B2. Okay, I think that should be okay. Because are you recording?
No. I'm
Oh,
not.
okay.
This is the same.
Oh, weird. So when you import from the query, it gives you some kind of weird output on that. That is weird. Delete those two columns completely. And let's redo that one more time.
One last time.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
From web query, legacy query. And then, yeah, doing the nose. And then for the URL, go into the, did you already paste it in here? If you drop down on that, sometimes it shows up. Random.org. Yeah, go to the random.org one. And then import that. A2 is good. Okay, there we go. Now it's getting, there it is.
I must.
That must have been it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Wells?
I ran it, it tried retrieving data and something went wrong. And I realized I didn't have the range and stuff like that. And now when I click
Oh, okay, because it's saying it doesn't have a quote. You're saying the period is after quote. So if you scroll over to the right here, what's after your quote? Range A1 value. So your range A1 value is blank. Okay, that's why.
okay, so it's been moving it down every time.
Yeah, why is that? Did you paste the web query into A2? Oh yeah. Yeah, just take that one out.
But he was also getting the same thing.
It would shift down. Okay, so now when we did the recording, the first thing we did was we started on the data sheet and we selected one of these tickers. We copied that and pasted it onto web query. So I don't think you have the copy anymore. So you might have to do add the copy back and paste it back in.
I just don't know how to
How's it going?
I don't know how to move it from the OneDrive.
Oh yeah, because that's all there
Yeah.
is. Do
and then
file
I could do
save
a single
as.
copy, and I'd
Oh, it
export
doesn't even
maybe.
get that. Yeah, I guess not. Do save a copy.
Yeah.
And then browse.
Browse.
Yeah, and let's just go put it on somewhere
This is
other
in the
than
OneDrive,
your.
so I can do my documents
Yeah.
here.
Sometimes that's OneDrive as well. Depends on the computer and the settings. Click up here in that browser somewhere. Is that OneDrive? Yeah, that's still
Oh
OneDrive.
my gosh. Okay.
So you might have to
put
do it
home,
on
maybe.
home. Maybe is desktop OneDrive still? Worst case scenario, you could scroll down and go find your C drive, Windows C drive, and add a
Windows
folder
C
to
here.
that.
I'll just do that.
Yeah, if you
Put
click,
it in there.
yeah, you could do a new folder there inside of C, but wherever.
Okay.
Okay, pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so now what's happened is it's gone out and it's pulled this Microsoft data into this web page, into this Excel sheet, right? Notice how long this is. JC made this comment. Wait, is it really supposed to be this long? This is pulling the entire page, literally the entire page. If I actually go to this website, what was it? LMT was my quote. If I go to this website, oh, this was Microsoft. So I'll do the Microsoft site. It's literally pulling the entire HTML into Excel. So it does take a little while. And look at all this information. I mean, all of this is being pulled. Now, what's interesting here is that some people have different advertisements, for example. So some of this information is going to be different for everybody involved because some of this information comes in different places. What we're really looking for here is the profit margin and the return on assets. Okay, so here is the information on the website. Let's see if it's in Excel. Let's see if it got it into Excel. So I'm going to go ahead and do a search profit margin. And there it is. Okay, so it copied the profit margin. This is on line 1124. Does anybody else have profit margin on line 1124? Okay, a couple lines off, right? So this presents a little bit of a challenge then, right? How do we copy this information and collect it into our data tab? What we can do, any ideas? Anybody have any ideas? How do we do that? X lookup, it's possible.
I guess index would be better.
Index, possible, but yeah, possible. We're going to use the find function, and we're going to use the find function and record that in our macro. So I'm going to create another macro, and I'm going to search for it, and then we'll pull it in that way. Sound good? So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to, I'll stay on this page, on this tab, and let me go ahead and record a macro. So I'll start my record. Let me pull up my macro screen so we can see that too. I'll start my macro recording. And I don't really care what name it is because I'm going to combine the macros in just a second. So I'll click OK. And it's created a second macro down here, which is great. I'm going to come here and I am going to do Control F because I want to record profit margin. So Control F. And I want to be a little bit specific here. So I'm going to type it in just the way it is shown. Capital P, capital M. In addition, I'm going to match the case and match entire cell contents. I don't want to find profit margin if there's an advertisement or if there's a news article that mentions profit margin. I want to search for exactly that case and that entire cell contents. I'm going to click on Next. It's going to find it, and look at this. Look at the code that was created here. This is the find code. This is the VBL find and replace code. And now here's the challenge. Once I find this, notice that it's activating it. That is the method of this object, right? It's doing an action. Say activate that cell where you find it, activate it. So now Excel has clicked on that cell in effect because that's what that activate means. That's a method. It's saying, you know, that's the one, activate that cell. Now that that's activated, what I want to do is I want to grab this percentage, copy it, and paste it back in my data, right? I want that to be part of my macro, so it automates this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this option up here, which you can't really see. Let me expand this out a little bit. It says use relative references. So when I enable that or select that, then I'm going to click on this cell, and it's going to say wherever I found profit margin, it's going to say go down 2 cells, right? It's not going to hard code it to row 1126. It's going to say relative to wherever I'm at now, go down 2 rows, select it, copy it, go back to the data tab, and go over 1 cell. That's right. I'm still relative references. I'm going to select the cell next to the one I am on this sheet. It's going to say go over 1, and I'm going to paste it there. Boom. Not bad, right? All relative references in the macro. And because I can assume that the return on assets is about this far away from profit margin every time, that it's going to be consistent, I'm going to select on return on assets, copy that, go back to data, go over one more cell, paste that there. And the last step in my macro is I'm going to go back down to the next ticker. Now I'm going to stop my macro. Crazy. Wait, Microsoft earns 31% margins? That's amazing. Questions? Was there a couple of hands? Okay, cool. Now if we go back to the code, look at all this beautiful code. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, Brother Chapman, it's amazing. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm just going to combine these two macros, right? I've got one macro up here where we actually connected to the web. We pulled that information into our Excel, and then we did the search. I'm going to delete these lines right here. Instead of ending this sub and beginning another sub, I'm just going to delete all that, and I'm going to continue with that one subroutine, this one macro. So I've just combined those two macros. If we watch this again, what's going to happen? We're going to copy, we're going to paste that over, we're going to connect to the web, we'll pull down the website. I'm going to go find where it says profit margin. Once it finds it, I'm going to go down 2 cells, I'm going to copy that, paste it back over on the web query page. I'm going to go back to the data and copy the one 4 rows down, paste that back over, and then go back down to the other cell. Let's see if it works. Ready? I've got LMT selected. I'll do Control Shift M, and we've kicked it off. It's gonna take a second. How are we doing? Pretty good? We're on time. 3.
Put it into one macro.
It's in one macro.
My stuff still is kind of messed up. It's like, I mean, like I was able to get the run. I don't know. Yeah, but it got half of it and then said there's an error, and so I think it just kind of crashed.
Okay.
But
Is this one in OneDrive still?
this is the one outside of OneDrive.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So it's and like I don't know. I was looking at the code too. It is like exactly identical to yours. Like I don't think the macro is messed up.
Retrieving data. It looks like it's still doing something.
Yeah.
It just might take it a while. Copying web. Okay, so it's doing something. It's thinking. It's taking its time. And that might be okay. That might be okay. Wells?
And also, where did you get?
Really? Okay.
Where did you get the find thing? That was from like, was that from
Recording.
a recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. So I recorded the macro, clicked Control F to find it, and it produced it.
Then you did the related function.
That's it.
Slight irony here
Yeah,
that
we use relative references.
And because in macros where it puts the macros, it's all in like one sheet. You say it'll end certain, you just delete it.
That's right.
Okay, okay.
Fuse them together. I like that
Yeah.
word.
Still loading.
Still processing? Okay.
the slight irony here is that the amount of time that it's taking the macro to run, I could have just.
That's true, especially for a short number, for sure. If it's 100,
Yeah, if it was like an act.
yes, but I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
We're still just trying to download. It's doing the same thing. I'm just gonna let it run for 30 minutes for the rest of class. See how if it's
Still going. You can do it. You can do it.
distracting.
What kind of power do you have on this HP?
Yes.
I think it's
I
a.
don't know why that's still there.
I don't want
It's
to
an
get
Intel.
too slow.
You close and reopen it?
I'm blanking. What I press?
System information?
Macros, like, usually on the side of Excel.
Remote control.
Oh, RAM of 4 gigs.
But that's slow it
Might-
down substantially.
Might take a minute. That's okay, you know?
Are we gonna have homework assignments turn in this way?
We do this, I think, for one more homework assignments on the web query.
Okay.
Other than that, we don't use it again for the rest of the semester. So we got
This
one
might be an
more.
overnight. type of,
It might be. We'll just let this thing run, which is good if you got the code right, but
I'm confident I did.
good.
You sure we're on that?
Okay, great.
Mine took a long time and I had to set refreshes to true. But oops, no.
Oh, how did you get it to?
Um,
I had to close it out because it wasn't working out, but I never got it the first time.
Gotcha. Gotcha. You could record a new macro.
Yeah,
We're not submitting this assignment, right?
Right.
it wasn't liking. Yeah. I was trying to just record it.
Oh, okay. Are you still recording right now? No, why is that grayed out? Oh, that's weird. Your your record macro is grayed out. But you can record one down there if you click that.
It wasn't activating. Alright. So. Like, see, it's not.
That's weird. You might have to restart that.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, something's not clicking on that one. Oh, it's because you're running. That's why it is. So if you click on stop, there you go. Now you can record. That makes sense. There you go. Nice.
So, this is the part that I was dealing with technical issues. How did you get it to put in the
Oh, nice.
ticker?
Let's expand this out. You want to double click on that? This top bar, that blue one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so take out the goog and we can just delete that. And then after the double quotes, do a space ampersand. Here, I can pull it up. It's probably easier. 6 or 7? Here it is. Carson got it. Did it work? Hey, it worked. It worked. Look at that. We got profit margin return assets for Lockheed Martin up here. That's great. So one option is I could just run this macro multiple times, right? So the last part of this is to say, how do we build a macro to go through this entire list, right? That's what we're going to do in just a second. Yeah, we could. We'll learn about that. That's a for loop. We're going to do a do loop, and we're going to tell it to stop when the next cell is blank. That's what we're going to tell it to do. Okay, we're gonna run a macro that calls this macro. Does that make sense? So we're gonna create a macro separate from the one we just did here, and we're gonna say run this macro until this cell is blank. So it's gonna go this cell. If it's not blank, it'll run it, and then once it runs it, it goes to the next one. It runs it if it's not blank. Once it gets here, it'll stop. So that's where we're gonna finish up with. Houston, how we doing? You're getting there. Ash, Elijah, not terrible. Raining, working on it. Wells, yeah, it is a little bit slow today. Yeah, I think it is really slow. Yeah, that might be related. Up here, yeah, the code up here at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, the call function. Yeah, I do, I remember doing that in, spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, great. Any other questions, comments before we move on? Ryan, buddy, I'm not sure what to say. I'm not sure what to say. No cap, you lied. Yeah, that's right. So the very last step of my macro here was to go to the next row. Yep. And we'll get to more details. You'll understand all of this by the end of the class. But my point here today is just to get you familiar with in general, right? We're creating recording macros, we're combining macros, and we're running those. And next is we're going to create our first loop. You'll learn loops in detail. And don't worry about the detail too much today, just to give you a show of where we're going and really to bring us up to speed in terms of where we hope to go, which is pretty exciting. Okay, good. So again, I could do this again. Let's see if we can create a loop that goes through this entire list and just stops when there's a blank cell. Okay, so let's do that. The way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna come to a new sub. So I'm gonna come down here to the very bottom and I'm gonna create a new sub. Sub get all data. And I use open and close parentheses and then hit enter. What that does is VBA says, oh, you want to create a new sub. It inserted this line to separate the previous sub. And then it's inserted this line, end sub. So it actually already created this for me after I hit enter. It recognized, oh, this is a new sub procedure. This is a new macro. This is the name of the macro. And it's ready to go, right? So that's what we're going to do. And the way we're going to do this, just like Jackson alluded to earlier, is we're going to call another sub. It's kind of weird, right? But we're just calling this other sub. So what was the name of this first sub up here? Ryan's macro. It says, wait, you didn't finish your line. I know. I'm still copying the name here. Ryan's macro is the sub I want to run. And that's it. So this is saying run this other macro. So if I run this macro, get all data, it's going to say, okay, now run Ryan's macro. And then it's going to go through this. But we don't want to run it all day. We want to run it until something, right? So in order to do the until, here's what we're going to do. First of all, let's do a sheets. We're going to select the right sheet. So this is called sheets data dot select. We're going to select the data sheet. We're just going to make sure that we're on this ticker sheet. It's the first thing we're going to do. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to select range A2. We want to start where this list begins. So we're going to come up here to A2, right? That's what I'm telling it to do first. Before we call this other macro, I'm saying put us on the data sheet and put us in A2. That's where I want to start. That makes sense? Question?
You have to make sure you type out like the data exactly how you wrote it to. You can't
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
This data name right here has got to match this sheet name. Yeah. Yep. Good question. The Zoom chat, this guy? Oh, for Microsoft? JC's asking, I got 39.34, 14.81 for ROA. That's what I got. That sounds great. Yours is not populating to the right tabs or the right rows. It populated to the Google row. Okay, interesting. There could be a couple of reasons for that. In the code, it depends on what you did after you found the right profit margin cell, and you obviously selected the right one and copied the right one, but it depends where you pasted it after you copied it. So it's possible that you pasted it in the wrong row. That's what I would check for, JC, if that's helpful. Oh, he's copied his code in here. Yes, see this cell, see this line right here, 1, -1? That's where you're pasting on this is where you're copying it. This is where you're pasting it, same row over one cell, paste. And then for the second one, you're changing rows and cells. Let's see, I don't see a paste though. There should be a second paste, but I only see the first paste. But I'm going to go ahead and paste all this code up on the course website after class anyway. So if you want to go back and compare, you're welcome to do that. That'd be great. Okay, great. So back to this other subroutine. I've selected the sheet's data. I've selected range A2. And then I'm ready to run this particular subroutine, run the other subroutine, but I'm going to put it in a loop. And I'm going to say, do this and loop it. And what that's saying is do everything inside of do and loop multiple times, right? This is something that you can't do with a macro. You can't just record a loop. It'll only do it as many times as you do it, right? Learning loops in VBA adds tremendous power to your macros. This is where you start to get really powerful. And again, we'll do much more detail on the loops. I'm kind of just giving you a trailer or a foreshadowing here. I'm putting this inside of a loop, but I need to tell it when to stop. So I'm going to say, do this loop until the active cell, the value of that cell is equal to double quotes, right? I could put something in here like this. I'm done. If I put something in this spreadsheet like this, I'm done. It would recognize that and say, oh, okay, I've reached this cell. I am not going to run this loop anymore. I'm done running that cell. Or I could just leave it blank, right? If I leave this cell blank, there's nothing in this cell. Then it says, oh, there's nothing in this cell. I'm going to stop running this loop. Sound good? And that's it. So this is the loop that allows us to run this first macro multiple times. Does that make sense? It's going to come down here. When we call this first macro, when we call this one, we say run this macro. It's going to take us to the data sheet. It's going to take us to cell A2. It's going to say, is this cell blank? No, it's not blank. Okay, run this macro. And so it's going to run this whole macro. And it's going to say loop. Okay, loop up. And because this moves us to the next row, our cursor is going to be on Microsoft, right? And then it's going to say, is this cell blank? No, it's not blank. Okay, run that macro again. It's going to run the whole macro. It's going to loop up again, and it's going to go from line to line to line until it gets to this line. And then it says, oh, it's blank. Okay, we're done. Out of the loop, and then we'll finally end this sub, which terminates all the VBA running. Amazing. Question, comment?
My problem is whenever I run the thanks,
Yeah.
it goes back the first one has. So it's even though I have relative references, I'm good at.
Yeah, that probably means that up here you probably have a range A2 select or something like that on this sheet. So when you pasted it to the sheet, we could look at that. We could troubleshoot that in just a second, but it's probably where you're copying and pasting and you're still going back to that first Google and putting that in. But that's it. So this works. For the purposes of this demonstration, let me just start with A5. And that will start with the ones we haven't done yet here. And it will run both of these and pull that information and then pull the profit margin and return on assets if I run this right now. So I'll run this and let me see if I can come around and see what questions you guys have so far. Anybody else? Francis?
My dual auto is not changing column.
Not changing rows?
It's not blue.
Oh, okay. You sure? Do until.
Okay, the do is blue, the until is
It's not blue.
no.
What if you change
Can I make
lines?
it bigger?
What if you
Does that mean it?
that won't work. Yeah. You space and then select off of that line. So click anywhere off that line.
Anywhere?
Yeah, now it's blue.
Oh.
So you just had to move the cursor off that line and then it recognizes it. Did you run it? Did you try it? Yeah, now if you start on A2, it probably would take a long time to do all of them, but what else?
It's still trying to retrieve copying the data sheet.
Nice. Which one are you on?
I had to redo the first one.
Okay, okay.
Did worse, so I'm just following along.
Poor guy.
I understand how it works though.
Good.
I understand how it works. We had the question of maybe at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Range A2 select. So I think it means it's always going to select A2, but how do I make it?
basically what my
Yeah, yeah,
macro is
take
doing,
that one out.
what my macro is doing is it's going to here.
Yep, yep,
And
take
then,
that line out because it's always going to go to Google, right?
wait, do it just take, that's all I have to do is take this line,
Yeah,
and then that'll go.
yep, because then it's going to copy whatever the selection is, and the selection is going to change at the very bottom of that macro,
I
right?
think my macro starts by going down.
Perfect.
Range E2.
Yeah, so you're copying, you're going to the web sheet, you're pasting it, and you probably want to go to range A1 after you select the web query sheet.
So you want to go to range E1.
Yeah. Does that make sense? Why?
No.
So after you go, because the web query sheet, if you go to that one, yeah, very good. You want to put your ticker in cell A1 on the web query sheet, right?
I also, this is always say oops, something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
That's just from the website. It's
okay.
awkward, isn't it?
So
Yeah,
then
that's right.
now if I run my macro, it should finish with my.
That's right.
first
So if you
row.
run Ryan's macro, that should go down to, hopefully, still going. Copying web data, nice. You started A2. Okay, good. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Houston, what do you think? Houston,
We have a problem. I know. Jokes never been made before that.
do you get an error message?
Yeah.
Let me come over there real fast.
Because something with the, I did the offset, I wasn't
Oops,
clicked
sorry.
over here, I clicked over here when I did the offset.
Is that 11? Whoa, you're offsetting 11?
Yeah, so I clicked over here. Wasn't clicked on the thing.
Gotcha, gotcha. So this is the second macro. So you're going back to the data sheet. So your offset would just be 0 rows. So put 0 instead of the first negative 11. Yeah. And then instead of the second 11, put positive 1. You're just going to go 1 to the right. I think that's right. I think it's rows, columns. That's good because I think you were here and it went to the right and pasted it.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can't do undo because it's VBA code. It's
So
particular.
now,
Yeah, you want to try it there? It filtered.
that was, yeah,
Yeah, Control Z is undo, right?
well, I did Control Shift Help second macro, but
This is draining my battery.
Oh, it pulled some other information in there. It pulled $318 billion. That's probably some kind of revenue number. So maybe that's down here. Let me look at this selection copy, range A1 select, paste, range A1 values. That looks right. So on this one, you're finding profit margin. You're copying that. Oh, you're going down 2 rows, copying that, going back to the data, off sheet, offset, one range, select, paste, going back to the web query sheet, grabbing offset 4, range A1 select, copy, copy. You're copying twice. You got some two copies there. You could take out one of those and the line above that. Take what was select. So you're going back to the sheet, offset 0, 1, range A. Okay, so the 0, 1 there is moving to the right one more. Let's see, what is this 4, 0 there? I missed that one before. I think that one also should be 0, 1.
oh,
Wait a minute, you're pasting 3 times or twice?
I don't know. I don't know what I did.
You're pasting once. Oh, no, the 4 is right because you're going 4 rows on the web query sheet. You're copying that, bringing it back to the data, offset 1, paste. That looks pretty good. Do you want to try that one more time?
Yeah.
And we can connect both of those too. So where's your code? If you take out the end subline, delete the from the end subline, see, are you running?
I don't know. Can't choose anything now.
Are you in the cell over here? You probably have to get on the,
Oh.
there you go. So select everything from the in sub line, take that line and go down through the green check right there. And the in sub, take that one out too. So we're just combining those two. Just the- And now, if you go over here, yeah, pick one of those. Yeah, perfect. Yep.
Something.
It's thinking. Okay, retrieving data from the website. That's a good spec. See if that works.
I'm just not doing my search. I find. So I've found profit margin.
Great. And then I like to do match case and match entire cells, just to make sure.
They do big again.
Sure.
Then close.
Yep.
Then I go to developer. Use relative reference
That's right.
to grab this guy.
Correct. Copy that.
And how do I paste it relative to the?
Yeah, now when you left this page, your cursor should have been on one of the tickers, right? So because it's here, it's going to be a little bit weird. You want to go one cell to the right and paste it. And that's really weird because it's the wrong column. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
We're trying to get this to work. And then you want to go back to the web query and go back down to the return on assets, copy that.
And this is still activated, yeah.
That's right. Still relative, still recording. Then go one, yeah, exactly. Paste it. Great. And then weirdly go down to that's
This one.
yes. And now stop recording. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So if I
So I'm not how you got off one column there.
if I were to run it from here, right?
Yeah. That should work. And you could erase those two to make it cleaner, but see if that works.
Probably got that first, that's that first wall, to get that to run.
Oh, nice.
On Yahoo, but, what if? Run through what we
What we did next. Yeah, for sure. You bet. So now that you're there, was it Microsoft that you ran on the other one? Perfect. Okay, so it's Microsoft there. So that's going to be there. We're going to find ourselves in sheet one. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do a find call. So we're going to create a macro, record a macro, and we're going to do a control F. And you can name it whatever, doesn't even matter. Yeah, there's probably a better website to do that. So control F, and then type in profit margin, capital P and capital M, just like they have it on the website, yeah. Perfect. Now I like to be a little bit precise. I go to options and I do match case and match entire cell contents, both checked. That way I don't accidentally find a different profit margin. Click on find next, yep. And there it is. So we found that. Now we can close this window here. And we want to make sure we're using relative references. So we want to click on use relative references when we're recording. Perfect. And then we'll go down to, and we'll do copy that. And we'll go back to the other sheet. And we'll go over one. Yep, paste it. Beautiful. Go back to sheet one, still recording. Go down all the way to the 1481. Copy that. Go back to sheet two. Go over one. Paste that. And last step, go back down to the next ticker, which is Apple.
I wanna learn how to like open up Google and
Perfect. Now we can stop recording. Beautiful. Now we have that second macro.
And then we can create a loop.
And then we can create a loop after that. That's right. Yeah, nice.
So I guess combine that. I wasn't paying attention. when I
Oh
was
yeah,
creating
no
them,
worries.
But I can flip
Great. Yeah, that should be good. All right, thanks so much. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Let's go. Good work. Mac users. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, we asked questions if you had cheese.
Yeah.